Hey, so I have the day off tomorrow because of, I don't know, like they just gave us the day off. I think it's sort of like an attempt at giving a fall break. Whatevs. But I'm going to use this opportunity to do a 24-hour reading vlog. I don't do 24-hour reading vlogs very often because I work. And I work outside the house, so that eats up a lot of my time. And then the kind of job that I have, I usually come home super tired. And so like it would be short and boring. But I'm off. So it is Sunday and I'm going to read into Monday. And that still gives me time to do all the other things that I need to do, which I'm going to be reading. But I'm also going to have to do other things because adulting, right? So let me get into it. I have picked out 4 short books to read during this 24 hours. And I think that this will help me like get some things read on my shelf, but also, because these are all things that I've had in my house, but also to like boost up my numbers. And they're things that I've wanted to read and I just haven't gotten to them yet. And they're spooky. And it's spooky season. And I think what happens is I totally realize I can read spooky books any time of the year. I can also read romances any time of the year. I could read winter books in the summer. I could read summer books in the winter. But you know, like, maybe I'm just not that like subversive, I guess, to like do that. So like sometimes it just doesn't feel like right or a good time, whatever. Anyway, so I want to read spooky books. So here I go. So here's what I've picked out to read, and I will do updates throughout the 24 hours, but the things that I want to read. So top of my list, I'm going to do them in the order that I'm interested in them, but I won't necessarily read them in this order. So the first one that I have picked out is Night of the Mannequins by Stephen Graham Jones. I have a couple of different Stephen Graham Jones books in my house right now, and I need to read them because I haven't read anything from Stephen Graham Jones. Nothing. So this is super short. It's like long short story or novella sized. I've had it. I got it on a whim at Barnes & Noble like a long time ago. I say a long time ago, at least a year ago. The publication date is 2020, so I've had it for at least a year, probably more. But this is spooky, and it is about a group of people, and it's like scary. About like mannequins. I don't know. I can handle mannequins. Zombies, I can't handle zombies, but I feel like I could handle this, and I feel like it's sort of like a take on that, and so I'm interested to get into that. The other book, the next book, I say other book, there's several that I have in this. I have had this one, I think, for a year, maybe a little less, and I think it's a beautiful, like, the aesthetic of the book is super, super pretty, but I think that it is a really good book to read this time of year, especially considering, you know, things that are popular right now. Okay, you'll see what I'm talking about, but it is What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. Also, this cover gives me nightmares, and it's also like the words are raised, so I'm like, ooh. And then when I make it naked, okay, this is the book underneath the dust jacket with like the foiling and the red, and then y'all, the end pages. Oh my goodness, I love it when care is taken, the back of the end pages, when care is taken with the production of a book. And it also has like dark pages interspersed like at the beginnings of chapters. I believe, I don't know a lot about any of these books, and honestly I really like going into books not knowing a whole lot, but I believe this book is a reimagining, like a retelling of Edgar Allan Poe's Fall of the House of Usher, which is on Netflix right now. I haven't watched any of it, but I'm hearing mixed reviews, but Like, I like the Flanagan universe, so like I'm like, if he produces something on Netflix, I'm gonna watch it. But anyway, so it's also very short. T. Kingfisher books tend to be short, I think. But I haven't read anything from T. Kingfisher, and I want to. I've actually kind of held myself back from buying some of other books by T. Kingfisher simply because I'm not sure. I need to read that one and see how I feel about it. Okay, and then the other two, I'm going to say them in order, but they're kind of neck and neck as far as which one I grab. The next one that I have is The Woods Are Always Watching by Stephanie Perkins. And then I also grabbed like a spooky-ish graphic novel off of my, or a volume or whatever, out of my shelves, because I feel like this year I've been leaning away from my graphic novels, and I kind of hate that for myself. So I'm like, I was like, if I'm going to read for 24 hours, I need to pick, you know, something graphic. And so I have this copy, this graphic novel edition of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And I've had this one on my shelf for a while. I think I got it like like a bargain type situation. It's one of those where it has like the flap. I know. I love the aesthetic of it. I think the art style is just black and white. I don't think it's in any kind of color. Look at it. I think the art styling on it is really nice. Like it's got real spooky aesthetic. So like I think I could read that one really quick. So I went ahead and pulled it. And so these are the four that I am going to concentrate on for 24 hours. I didn't pick anything huge because, y'all, I just can't consume that many pages. Like, I think my brain has just rewired. Too many screens, too many children, I don't know. But I just can't sit and read for hours. And I also don't, I've said it many times, I don't read that fast. I read maybe faster than some, but I don't read that fast. And honestly, I don't care that I don't read that fast, because who cares? Like, doesn't matter. But it means that like in a 24-hour span, I'm just not going to cover as many books, many pages as other people. And that's okay. Like, that's totally cool. That's just what it is. But it kind of did steer me in some of the direction that I picked for this. So anyway, I'm going to stop this opening clip here. I'm going to snuggle up and get to reading, and I will check in with you in just a bit. Hey, so I am not as ahead as I had hoped to be. So I have been reading Night of the Mannequins by Stephen Graham Jones, and I'm mostly done with it. Like, I'm this close to being done with it. It's kind of late. But I got distracted. I was reading, and then I fell asleep and took a little nap, which is fine. It's okay. But then I meant to come do some more reading, and I got distracted by the other people in the house and was visiting and whatever. And it was good. I don't, wish that I hadn't, but it put me behind as far as the reading I was planning on doing. So my plan is, I still have about 12 hours left. I'm going to settle in and finish this, and I think I'm going to go ahead and start What Moves the Dead right after, because it's also very short. Let me see exactly how many pages it is. It's not as short as Night of the Mannequins. It's a little bit longer at 158 pages, but I think I can move through it pretty quickly. I'm also tempted to grab the graphic novel that I showed you guys and read this. It is about 120 pages. And I don't think it would take me very long, because graphic novels don't take very long to read. So I'm going to try to get those things read but I would definitely get this read before I turn in for the night. I also edited a video, so I made a vlog for this past week, and so I went ahead and edited it, and I'm uploading it. So when I get up in the morning, all I will need to do is make a thumbnail and I can post it. Because I try to do at least a video a week. Like, I know some people are producing a lot more content on their channels, but this isn't my full-time job, so I will do what I can. As far as my plans for tomorrow, I do have a couple of work things I need to do. And so that's going to take up a little bit of my time. And I will also, I also want to go into town and go to a, used bookstore and sell some, used books that I have piled up. And so I might do that. I will see you guys. I'll probably check in with you guys in the morning when I get up, and hopefully I will have finished this first book and be into the next one. So, hey, so I did not film any more vlog footage this afternoon today. I did finish The Night of the Mannequins and the graphic novel for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I did start, look, I got it right here. I did start What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher, but I didn't get too far. I ended up taking a nap because, you know, self-care. and then that was it, because I got distracted by, other things. Like, husband wanted to watch, the old Pet Sematary, no, not Pet Sematary, excuse me, Salem's Lot vampires. And then I've just been, like, kind of, like, I showered and I'm getting ready for the week. And so, like, it's been over 24 hours. And so I was thinking to myself, like, okay, do I end the vlog? And I'm not really pleased with, like, what I did in 24 hours. Or do I keep going? Because I'm the boss here, right? So I think, because I really want to talk to you guys about What Moves the Dead. I'm not too far in it, but I'm far enough in it that I'm starting to, like, pick up. One thing I can say is that it's staying pretty true to Edgar Allan Poe's The Fall of the House of Usher, which is what it's a retelling of. But in complete transparency, I haven't read The Fall of the House of Usher in years, because it was something that I've read in class, not something that I've read in you know, for fun necessarily. I have thoughts on Poe. Anyway, and and so it's been a while, but it's kind of coming back to me, and I do like what T. Kingfisher has done with the narrator. Like, the narrator in Poe's version is, like, similar, but also kind of dry. This narrator has a sense of humor, and I enjoy how the narrator was interacting with their horse right at the beginning, and I was like, yes, I love a person who talks to their horse and who interprets their horse's snorts. Like, that's just, love that. That's one way to get me in. And so I'm gonna extend the vlog. I don't know how many hours it's going to be. Hopefully not too many, because it's not very long. And as a bonus, I might even read The Woods Are Always Watching and just take it into the next couple of sunsets. I don't know. I do have to go to work tomorrow, but it's a a staff development. So I don't know. I really don't know what I'm walking into. It could be like presentations, or it could be stuff where we have to use, like, crayons and chart paper, which I really hope not. Like, I don't know if other teachers have told you this, but teachers are the worst students. I take that back. I can be a good student. I can sit still, I can be good, I can participate, raise my hand, and all the things. But unless what you're presenting, teaching, or whatever is, like, good, and you have a way about you, and it's information that I definitely need, and I buy into it totally, I'm inside my heart of hearts making fun and being sarcastic and rude in my head, and maybe texting under the table, or definitely, like, looking at the clock, counting how many minutes until I can escape, or, like, standing in the bathroom contemplating my decisions, you know, just so I don't have to go back in there. Yeah, Teachers are the worst, like, and I'm one of them. I'm not gonna put on airs and say that I'm not. It's hard. It's hard. So, like, I keep that in mind for my students. Because if I feel that way, I can't imagine that they don't feel much differently. But anyway, so this clip is just to say, more clips! More! But yeah, I'm reading What Moves the Dead, not too far into it, maybe like the first, I don't know, 10 or 15% or something like that. And I will check in with you guys later.